Hi everyone, so this week we want to be looking at activity 4 and activity 5. So assume the following figure and answer the questions below. So we're given this figure, and then we have our short run marginal cost curve, and then we have our short run average total cost curve. We have our short run average total variable cost curve there as well. And then the first question that we ask is, assume an increase in the specific text per unit of output, which cost curve will shift upwards. An increase in a specific text per unit. That text per unit already tells us it's gonna be variable cost. So the curve that's gonna shift upwards is gonna be our short run average total variable cost curve. And then second question, assume a sudden increase in the level of competition in the market. What will happen to the final price? Price will decrease when there is an increase in competition. Let's look at question 3. Assume that a firm expects to sell 400 units for the next week, that the fixed cost component is estimated to be 4,000 for the week, and that the variable cost is estimated to be 4Q plus 0.04Q squared, and the markup margin is 600%. So let's just list what we have. So quantity is given as 400 units, right? And then our fixed cost is fixed cost is 4,000, and then our variable cost function is given as 4Q plus 0.04Q squared. Okay, then the markup is 600%. We have a markup of okay. So first things first, the number 1, calculate GPM. Remember the formula which is in the textbook. GPM is equal to AFC plus NPM. Okay, and then in this case our average fixed cost is going to be AC is equal to that's gonna be our average variable fixed cost, and then NPM is 600% of our fixed cost, which is gonna be 60. So therefore GPM is equal to and then now we asked to calculate the subjective price. Remember, price is equal to our average variable cost is equal to, okay, remember we're given our variable cost function here, which is we see 4Q plus 0.04Q squared. So average variable cost is going to be equal to VC divided by Q, which is equal to 4 plus 0.04Q. Right. And then in this case we are given our Q, which is 400. So this means that ABC is equal to 0.04 times 400, which should give you 20 if I'm not mistaken. it's actually supposed to be 400. Yeah, that's 20. So that will give you 20. And then we have NPM. We have our GPM there. We calculated in the previous question, which was 70. So price is equal to 20 plus 70 is equal to 90. And that's our price. The last question. What will happen to the final price if there is a sudden increase in the demand for the product? What will happen to the final price if there is a sudden increase in the demand for the product? So according to the theory, in the short run there will be no change, but then in the long term there will be an increase in price. So short term or a short run. Short term. Okay. In the long run there will be an increase. Now let's look at activity 5. Assume the setting of a transfer price where the external demand for the intermediate product is an imperfectly competitive market. So you're given our marketing division there, and then you have our external division and our production division. So they asked you explain briefly how the transfer price is determined and what the transfer price is. What quantity of the intermediate product will be distributed internally? What quantity of the intermediate product will be sold externally, and at what price? So the first thing that you need to do is explain transfer price. Transfer price is prices charged within a firm when one semi-autonomous unit of division sells intermediate goods to another semi-autonomous division. So now, okay, remember how you discussed that a firm will always produce an output where MC is equal to MR, your marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue, right? So in this case, our production will be where MC is equal to MR. We still follow that rule, and the price is going to be P3, as you can see. This is the internal price that is charged within the firm, so it's going to be our internal price. And now, if our internal price is P3, the quantity that is produced is going to be QM. Okay, not the quantity produced, but the quantity that is transferred into our internal division is going to be QM. So intermediate product internally is going to be, so our price is P3. So the price is P3, and then quantity is QM internally. Then now let's look at our external division. So we have the external margin. Okay, now let's look at our external division. So we have our external demand curve there, and then we have our external marginal revenue curve. Remember when we said that firms will always produce when they'll produce an output where MC is equal to MR. So in this case, our P3, our internal price, is equal to our marginal revenue here at QX, the internal price. This is the internal price. Remember, P3 is our internal price. It is equal to our marginal revenue at QX at this point. QX. So this means that at QX, this is the external quantity. This is the external quantity. But then look at our demand curve, our external demand curve. So at QX, this is our price. So that means our external division will have a price of P2. Sorry, let me write this, P2, and then quantity of QX. And another interesting thing is that QP is going to be equal to QX plus QM. So that's it. So our internal price is going to be P3, and the internal quantity is going to be QM. The external price is P2, and the external quantity is going to be QX. And all of this quantity is going to equal to QP, the total that is produced by the production division.